Alright guys, welcome back. We're back to playing Bright Paw again. If you'll excuse me, I'm still a little bit sick and my voice is still a little crackly. I apologize for that, but let's go ahead and get back into the game and see what we've got going on here. Last time we left off, our little furry friend here had his owners killed, and we found this weird complex underneath their house. So we're going to go ahead and get moving a little bit further. And let's see what we can do here. Oh, first death. Look at that. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's try that one more time. Okay, so mental note, that guy is going to come at us.
At first glance, it appeared that Theo had stumbled into a storage room for broken glass. Except there were other items in the glittering fragments. Grenades, missiles, an umbrella.
I love the narration in this game. They did such a good job with this. Okay, so he's going to run all the way down here. We've got to figure out how to deal with that. You know what? Let's wait for a minute. Okay, so he's going to go down there, which means we might be able to follow him.
Bright Paw Industries, putting the U into eugenics.
Theo padded behind the guard, pondering his discoveries. A hidden underground facility, robotic security, and now rooms filled with odd weapons. What on earth was this place?
That is a very good question. Let's keep moving on behind our guard here. Alright, so yeah, I think that'll work. That'll get us around the corner. And then from here,
Looking back,
Here we
Theo
go.
considered that it was
whoops. Jump the dialogue there. Let's look around for our collectibles around the room here. Patrol bot. I feel like we've got some other items in here. Can I click on that? No.
There was really no good reason to linger.
The narrator's mad at me because I'm taking too much time. Alright, so let's go ahead and get going. The boardroom. Alright, what has happened?
Contemplated the ruins of the once magnificent boardroom, which had been reduced to little more than burnt mahogany by some kind of explosion. Apparently, the killer had needed to clear the room in a hurry. But why?
That is a valid question.
Perhaps those lasers were a motivator.
That's an interesting problem. Okay, let's look for our collectibles real quick. 1 of 3. There we go, we got all of them. If you want to read them, go ahead. I kind of waited long enough there. Hopefully you guys can pause it there and get a read on them. I think our best bet here is to wait. So let's wait for... Okay, that didn't do as much as I was hoping for. I was hoping it was going to come all the way to the end. Let's go back.
Theo contemplated the ruins of the once magnificent boardroom, which had been reduced to little more than burnt mahogany by some kind of explosion. Apparently, the killer had needed to clear the room in a hurry.
Yeah, we know. It is going to make us pick these back up again. I feel like it should just give them to us, but that's fine. So the lasers are going to move 1 or 2 spaces at a time. I think they're going to be blocked by things in the room, though. So maybe I can use... Yeah, okay, so we're going up there. Maybe I can use some of the items in the room to kind of block the
With the wall of death slowly advancing, Theo scrambled for a plan to slip by. There, across the room, a shattered glass wall offering a glimpse of escape.
What does that do for us? Okay, yeah, so see, it left us some space there, so we can get through this if we play this right. Let's go over
Deftly
here.
avoiding glass with his paws, Theo found his eyes drawn to a large portrait on the wall. Was that Nathaniel? As he stood, he wondered, how much of all this was his master responsible for?
And that'll get us out. Oh no, it won't let us short move like that. Okay. Whoop. Back it up. That was the wrong button. That was the reload button. I should have used the backup button. That was my fault.
Contemplated the ruins of the once magnificent.
Yeah. But we know what we're doing now. So let's go ahead and go over this way.
With the wall of death slowly advancing, Theo scrambled for a plan to slip by. There,
And here,
across the room, a shattered glass wall offering a glimpse of escape.
let's pick up our items again here. Okay, there we go. And then apologize, excuse me. Let's wait. So that brings us to that, which then will bring us to there.
Deftly avoiding glass with his paws, Theo found his eyes.
I've heard that, so I'm going to skip it, and then we're going to go there. There we go. We made it. Good deal. Act 3.
Someone had clearly been rifling through the deliveries recently, though they didn't seem to have found what they were looking for.
Interesting. Turned over crates. Patrol bot blueprint. What else is in here for us to... Soda machine maybe? No. There we go. Box empty files. Alright, so let's see what we got here.
Theo had apparently added his name to the waiting list.
Go this way.
Obviously, the killer had been looting the facility, and it was unlikely that they planned to use volatile weaponry to spread peace and joy. Being a conscientious cat, Theo knew it fell to him to put a stop to the killer's nefarious activities.
And there we go.
Finding himself inside a warehouse, the towering stacks of crates gave Theo some measure of hope. Perhaps the killer would try to search the top of an unstable pile and fall to their doom.
Interesting. I'm really curious to see where this game leads us. I'm very, very interested. So we got some mines there. I saw something else. There it is. Hefty weapons case. Alright, so let's figure out how to get through this room.
Lost in daydreams of the killer being buried alive.
Ooh, conveyor
Theo
belts.
stepped blindly forwards onto a conveyor belt, promptly shuffling him away from his happy thoughts.
Interesting. Okay, not too bad. We managed to make it through those without too much
Perhaps
craziness.
it was unlikely that the killer would be ended by fallen cargo, but the belts leading into the dark and deadly machinery seemed to promise an untimely demise.
Act 3, Level 3. Thief.
Spotting a bundle under some nearby crates, it appeared Theo's wishes had been heard. However, he tempered his excitement until he could get a closer look.
Alright, so let's see what we got in the room here. Looted explosives. Thought I saw something else blinking back here. Yeah, here we go. Completely average box. Alright, good deal.
Theo tempered his excitement. He didn't lose it.
See. Let's go up. And then, okay, we need to manage some conveyor belts here. Hang on, let's step back one.
Stepping over a broken belt
There.
with great care, he was disappointed to discover not a body, but simply several empty crates bearing the label High Explosive.
Let's go there, and then that'll move and put us there. Which means then we can
The
go
empty
here.
crates led Theo to conclude 3 things. The killer had found what they were looking for, they were definitely up to something, and Theo's work was not yet done. He moved on with the hope that the killer's loot would be enough to slow them down.
Let's move there, and then I think we can use our last card. There we go. Perfect. I really love the puzzles in this game. This game is very, very relaxing to play. It's
Theo
very
pondered
easy.
the erratic crusade of the robots as they fired at non-existent threats. Perhaps the killer had just passed through?
Let me finish what I was saying there. I stopped talking because the narrator was running there. But it's very, it's not super complicated. It's very relaxing play style. The puzzles are really nice. They are getting a little more complicated as we go on, but that's not really a big issue. It's not very stressful. It's a very peaceful game, and a really excellent story that I've seen so far, and fantastic narration. And if I don't get moving, narrator's gonna yell at me again. So let's go there.
The belt, unable to tell the difference between a cat and a crate, and lacking the desire to learn, moved him once again as it would any other box.
I was actually a little worried about that when it started moving. I didn't realize. I think we're gonna want to be on that side. And then we're gonna want to move. Let's move there.
As he headed for the door, Theo couldn't shake the feeling that the strange blue algae was creeping steadily across the wall behind him. Oh well, it was probably harmless.
You know what? We didn't pick up our collection items in that room. Whoops. I got so wrapped up into completing the
Whoever
puzzle
Theo was
that...
following had certainly spooked these poor robots who were all consumed by blind panic.
Alright. Where's that robot gonna go? Okay, so he's on a conveyor. So let's go here. He's producing the laser. That's an interesting bit there. Uh-oh, guys. I think we might have buggered this one. Let's go back. All right. Let's try this again here. Does that put me in the same spot? Yeah, okay, so I think what we need to do is go forward. So that moves us over one, and then that gives us the range that we need to be able to get around that
As he
corner.
carefully padded forwards, avoiding lasers, Theo noticed the most curious drawing etched into the wall. But why would a killer stop to doodle?
Oh yeah, let's get our collections real quick. Well, that's interesting. There we go. Blue algae container. All right. I think that's going to be a problem. Let's step forward 1. Yeah, there we go. And then I think he's going to move.
No!
Ah! Okay, so no. Okay, let's see here. So how can we do that again? So that's not going to move. We don't have a weight card. That's not what I meant to do. Hang on. So let's go back. Okay, so that gives us that one there. So let's move here. Aha! Okay, there we go. And then if we move
You
up...
couldn't stop thinking about the bizarre
Aha.
graffiti you kept seeing. It was unlikely the killer was taking the time for artistic creativity. Was someone else in the facility?
Ooh, is somebody else here? There we go. We got through that one.
As he stepped into the room, Theo found his racing mind halted by yet another drawing of a slightly more significant scale.
That is a bigger scale. So we'll get through this room. I think this will be the last one in the video for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this a lot. If this
Theo tried
series...
his best to examine the etching, but found it devoid of artistic value.
If this series does well, I'll continue to play it all the way out. So do make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That helps me out so much. Helps me know what you guys want to see. The more I get those things, the more I will produce of that title. If you guys like it, I gotta know.
No!
Oops. Okay. I should stop talking and pay attention to the puzzle. So let's go forward here. So that moves that there.
Perhaps,
then...
he thought as he carried on, the murderer was simply an awful artist. Whatever it was, the mural failed to hold Theo's interest long enough for any meaning to be gleaned.
Maybe. Let's wait for a second, and that'll shift those. And then I think... Well, that didn't quite work. Hang on a second. Let's see. Okay, so from here... Well, that... Okay.
No!
So that didn't work. There is an achievement on Steam for doing that 10 times, so we'll see what we can do. I'm just trying to kind of play this out in my head a little bit. I think really our only option is to move up that one space. And then our only real option from there is playing the weight card. So...
A for effort, I suppose.
I guess the narrator doesn't agree with my choices. Let's look at this from a different way here. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. What card did we use at the very beginning? So we used a straight card at the beginning. Maybe that was our mistake. So I'm just gonna kind of experiment for a second. Okay, so that does... Okay, so that might actually... That might do something for us. Though it doesn't look like it. Looks like we're stuck here. Okay, so we can't play the weight card straight off the bat. And we can't go there because that ends us in the lasers. Wait for one
As he
more.
began to move away, Theo couldn't help but wonder who would put so much effort into these acts of vandalism. Was it maybe some kind of poorly drawn calling card?
Possibly. Okay, I think we're getting it here now, guys. There we go. All right, we just had to kind of work through that one a little bit.
According to the booming sounds of heavy industry and the massive shipping containers, Theo had found himself in some kind of loading station.
Alright guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and stop it here. I appreciate you guys coming by. If you enjoyed this, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification button, if you would please. The more likes we get on this video, the more I will continue to post this game. That lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content and want me to keep producing it, so please do let me know. Also, if there's maybe a game that you want to suggest down the road that maybe I can try and look at doing a play, please do leave that out in the comments, and feel free to hit me up in the comments. I will reply. Alright guys, I appreciate it so much, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.